Hey my loves, so I wanted to come on here today and we're going to do something a little different. I want to do a little seafood fest today, like a nice cute little seafood boil. Let's see, we're going to have a little beer in it, some crawfish, some crabs, and some other cute little stuff, okay? So I want you to stay tuned. We're going to cook this bad boy today, honey. So we'll be back. Mwah. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. And don't forget to press that notification bell so you can get weekly updates on all of my recipes. Don't forget to like and share. Let everybody know Miss Jackie's cooking. Okay? So my loves, we have our ingredients here. We have our beautiful mussels because it's gonna be a party. And we're gonna party right. Anyway, we have our crawfish. I'm just excited. Okay, our beautiful crawfish. We have our crabs. I wasn't able to find fresh crabs where I went, so I grabbed these. So that's, eat just as good, okay? We have our celery. We have our fresh garlic. Can't live without my garlic. We have some beautiful black pepper. We have some diced tomatoes. I have some Sazon Goya packets. I have some good old bay. Can't do it without it, okay? An onion, a large onion. And the recipe, I'm always tongue-tied, will be in the description box below. This is some guajillo peppers, but if you don't have these, I'm just extra. Use regular pepper flakes or Scotch bonnet peppers, okay? Of course, here's the red pepper flakes, just to let you guys know. All right, we have some chicken bouillon flavor. Butter, gotta have that butter. It's gonna make it nice, velvety, rich. We're gonna put in our green seasoning. This is some mojo. It's a beautiful marinade, has citrus in it. But if you don't have this, you could use fresh squeezed orange juice and some lemon. My husband's allergic to lemon, and lime. We have some Creole seasoning. I have some dried cilantro. If you have fresh cilantro, go ahead. We have some Sazon Completo. We have some basil. And of course, we can't forget our beer. So I'm using Miller Lite. Listen, you can use any beer you want. Bud Light, I don't know, Corona, whatever. We have some potatoes and some corn. This is going to be a party, guys. You already know what time it is. All right, so let's begin. So in our pot, we got some water. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to add my beer to this water. Okay, it's going to give it that nice flavor. Okay, so this is our base, of course. This is our seafood boil. We're going to add some of that some mojo, which I told you is citrusy. But if you can't, if you don't have this at hand, you can use some freshly squeezed orange juice, a little lemon as well. I like it because it's a marinade base. You can find it in the international section of the supermarket. But also my husband's allergic to lemon and lime, But I love this. But, hey. But also, we are going to use some of our green seasoning. I like to use green seasoning because it has cilantro, it has peppers, onions, garlic. It's like, remember, I always tell everybody that it's a great base for all your cooking. Okay, and we got this pot starting at high heat. Okay, we are going to add some of our Sazon Completo. And my loves, the ingredients are in the description box below. Okay, I wanted to come on here and do another seafood delight. Now we're going to add some, of course, Old Bay. I have another video with seafood, but I wanted to do this slightly different version. We're going to add some Creole seasoning. Okay. And there's nothing like seafood. I think the minute you have seafood, or the minute you're like, okay, seafood, it's like, all right, there's a party going on. Okay, we have our black pepper. Okay, and you could also control the amount of, I'll give you the measurements of how much I use, but if that's too spicy for you, then pull back. Okay, so we're going to use some dried cilantro. If you have fresh, that's even just as good. Okay, even better. And my loves, if you have you could also use chicken stock or seafood stock as the base. If you have clam juice, you could use that as well. Okay, so now we're going to add our chicken bouillon. I love using that stuff. A lot of times, well, why would you add that in seafood? Listen, don't sell yourself short when it comes to that. It could go good with anything. Okay, so we are adding some of our basil. I love dried basil. Okay, and also, you know, if you don't have some of these ingredients at hand, use what you have in your home. Now I'm adding some of my diced tomatoes. I think this one was a zesty chili diced tomatoes. But either or, any type of diced tomatoes could you could use. I just like a little heat in my seafood. You know, me and my husband, we love that. So okay, now we're going to add some butter. But baby, let me tell you, that butter is just going to add that extra richness. You know, butter and seafood. Listen, I'm not saying this is healthy. I am not your dietitian. You know, but it just goes good with butter, you know. But I'm not, you know, selling you that you should do everything with butter every single day. But, you know, again, we do things in moderation. That's what it's about. You know, and a lot of times, I guess the minute people hear seafood, it's like, oh, it's party time, you know, and it's just one of those things. It's that, you know, just it's so good. Now we're adding some Sazon packets. There's something about seafood that just gets everybody stir crazy. My husband has been bothering me. Oh, can you make some seafood? I'm like, if you don't leave me alone. But, okay, we got the ingredients and stuff, so I'm making it for him today. He's a big seafood lover. Big seafood lover. Okay, so now, my loves, we are adding some stalks of celery. Celery has so much flavor, okay? You see that I added them. I just cut the 3 stalks in half. Okay, and I'm just dumping them there because I want all that flavor to go in. Now I have some small heads of garlic. Okay, if you don't have the small heads, if you have a humongous large head of garlic, use that. I'm not gonna peel it. Okay, there's no need for me to peel the garlic or anything like that, because what's gonna happen is that all that flavor is already in garlic. Is gonna get soft, and you'll be able to squeeze it out of the covering of it, so it'll just melt in there. So I'm just adding those 3 heads of garlic in there. Okay, and now, my loves, we are going to add a nice large onion. Okay, I love onions. So I just quartered these onions. You might think, this is basically for flavor. I mean, I'm not going to eat these onions like that. I mean, if you do, you do. But basically, we're just doing it like this because it's for flavor. We're just trying to get the flavor out of them. Now, I'm going to add my guajillo peppers. If you don't have that, no worries. You could use Scotch bonnet peppers if you want. You could use any type of peppers that you like. If you have dried red peppers, you could use that, okay? I'm just using this because I'm extra and I wanted to throw it in the pot. Listen. Anyway, we are now going to clean our crabs, okay? I don't care if it's already in the pot. I don't care. I need to clean the crabs, okay? Then we're going to add our crawfish in there as well. And basically, we're going to give it a nice rinse. Some people just like to take things straight out of the bag. I don't, and put it on the stove. I don't. Now with these clams, these mussels, they were organic. So pretty much all of them were pretty okay. I just like to sort through them to see if there's any cracks, any that's open that I should discard. Okay, so just make sure you rinse them and go through them. But all these were pretty good. Okay, so now we have our I guess you call it seafood liquor. Well, our delicious boil. I'll just keep it simple. Our delicious boil. We're boiling that. And what I want to do, I want to boil that and have it reduce. I'm going to boil this for at least 15 to 20 minutes because I want to concentrate the flavors. As you can see, it reduced a little bit, and that's what I want because I want to concentrate the flavors in there. Okay? And always taste your food. Always taste your food. Taste for your seasonings, okay? Again, like with the spices, if the spices are a little bit too much, you don't have to add as much. You really don't. Okay, so we're just letting that boil. So after 15-20 minutes, now I'm going to add my potatoes because the potatoes, it takes longer time to cook potatoes than anything else. So I'm going to cook those, give those potatoes like a 10 to 15 minute start, depending on how big your potatoes are. Okay, and then after that's done, then we're going to add our corn. And all of that, the potato and the corn is going to absorb all that delicious broth. All of that delicious broth, okay? Okay, and we're going to let that cook a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to start adding our seafood. Now, my loves, after you finish, if you still have a lot of broth left, believe it or not, I don't throw it away. You know what you could do with that? You could take, because it's going to have the concentration of all the seafood, the mussels, the crawfish, and the crabs. You could take that, put it in a container, freeze it, and you can make a nice seafood rice with that. Because all of that seafood flavor, you know what I'm saying, is in that broth, so why throw it away? I don't throw stuff away. There's always use for something, okay? So now we have our crabs that were already clean, our crawfish that was already clean, as you could see. Because I told you, you don't clean yourself, people will talk about you. No shade, they will talk about you. And we don't want people to talk about you, okay? We want to be clean when we're cooking. So now we're going to start adding our crabs. And believe it or not, these won't take long to cook, If you got shrimp you want to add in there, add your shrimp. Okay? But I would add the shrimp last because shrimp don't take long to cook. Now we're adding our crawfish. And believe it or not, these little crawfish, they're cute. They have some cute little meat. To me, they look like miniature. It's like they're miniature lobsters to me. And they have some cute little meat, you know, on the tail part, believe it or not. They're really good. So I'm just submerging everything. And my loves, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, okay? And don't forget to press that bell because I want you to get weekly updates on all of my delicious recipes. I don't want you to miss out. And also don't forget to like, give me a thumbs up, okay? And share. Just let everybody know about Miss Jackie over here, okay? All right. So now we boiled that a little bit. Now we're going to add our clams. Okay, because the clams won't take long to cook either. I know I should have had a bigger pot, but sometimes when I'm cooking, my loves, I think I have the right amount that's in my head in correlation to the pot size, but it doesn't matter because it was all cooked anyway. But you know, for the future when I'm doing this, I know I'll probably use a pot that's a little bit bigger, but it still came out cute anyway. So I'm just putting in my mussels, just making space for everything. You know, as you can see, I'm moving things to the side. I'm lifting this up so that some of the clams could go under so everything could fit in this pot. And with this recipe, if you don't like mussels, use clams. You want to add shrimp, add shrimp. What else? You want to add, what's something else? Yeah, you can add a few scallops in there, but of course the scallops would go in last because it don't take long to cook that stuff. So, you know, I'm just using these three for today. Okay, because that's what my husband wanted. And that's what we wanted today too, you know. Even though I'm cooking this mainly for him because he was getting on my nerves, let me tell you. I'm like, boy, if you don't leave me alone with this. So I said, you know what, Jackie, just make this for this man, okay? So he's definitely going to enjoy this. And trust me, he's ready. He'll kick out his big apron, go to his man cave, and enjoy. So I pretty much got everything in there, okay? And of course, you know, I clean as I go. I love to just make things easier for me at the end, okay? And here we go, my love. Doesn't that look, oh my God. And you know, I'm going to serve everything. If you were having like a party or something, you could serve this right out of the pot. I just think it looks so cute. Look at our crabs, our mussels, our crawfish, we have our potato, our corn, we have some of those other veggies here like the onions and the celery. I mean, if you want to eat that, you can, but you know, that's we wanted the flavor out of that. But this is, oh my God. This is like a delight. I mean, that's like you're just in heaven. Okay, so we're going to taste all this, and I'm going to let you know, of course, we were in heaven. I mean, you know, we were just in heaven. I mean, come on, this is the life. You know, I mean, we don't do it all the time, but this is the life. Look at that beautiful meat and that mussel right there. Look at that. Oh, so good. I don't want to tease y'all. Don't come for me. It's not my fault, okay? But I if you were here, I would share it with you anyway. But this, I know it's a tease. I know it's a serious tease. But this here is, oh my God. Then you have your crawfish. These are so good. A lot of times people are a little, I don't know, they're kind of afraid of these crawfish. They taste, you know, a lot of people think they look like little bugs or something like that. But to me, they're like just miniature lobsters, you know. And when you cook them, that tail, oh my God, and they suck up and they're easily to season because they can suck up all that delicious juice. Look at that. You see how I pulled out? You see that little tail? Oh, baby. Baby, come to me. Let me put my arms around you. Sugar. Y'all probably hate me right now. But you know what? I'm sharing this recipe with you at least. And you can make it at home for yourself, your friends, your family. And it's just something that, when you know you're doing it, it's just a party. It's a party up here. And you can serve this right out of the pot. Okay? You can serve it right out of the pot, just like this. I think it's cute and attractive. Okay? And now I'm going to fix my husband's plate. He was standing right next to me. And I told him, let me take a picture of this. And he's like, girl, if you don't hurry up with this and give me my food so I could go down to my man cave. But this is hubby's, okay? So guys, hope you love it. Bye.